You in? Alright, Mike.
Alright. There we go!
Welcome to Mooney Talks, my video podcast with only one camera angle and lots of jump cuts. I'm David L Mooney.
I'm Joe.
Adam.
I'm Monica.
Yeah! Alright. We were talking, okay, first of all, setting up this camera angle is quite a big deal. But
It was an ordeal.
all you need to
I think
know...
you picked the right one.
These chairs don't normally go here.
No, this is not the general
Layout.
flow of the house.
No.
This is actually a pretty inconvenient
it's very
layout for the
inconvenient.
house.
It's not functional.
No, it is functional for this and this and that. All you need to know, though, is we perfected it right as "Come Sail Away" by Styx ended.
Yeah, it's true.
Very important
Right?
fact.
Yeah, because we were all getting down, and I was like trying to figure out cameras. Like, it should be up here.
And then right as the music died,
We were ready.
Perfection.
we're ready.
Okay.
The time was right.
Yeah.
It's a perfect musical cue.
No.
Yeah. So, cake or pie?
Pie.
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 Cake!
Here's the thing. I want to say it. Cheesecake is my favorite above everything. But I consider it like technically a pie.
I
That's
agree.
why I said it is technically a pie. Cheesecake, if cheesecake is a cake based on its name, I would have to go cake. But you got. Alright, I guess I'll go first because I've already started. Meat pies, like pot pies. I love pot pies. Pecan pie, pumpkin pie. So many good pies.
Yeah.
Cheesecake pie is delicious. Cake, when I think cake, I think like wedding cake or birthday cake. And I can take it or leave it, honestly. Monica, go.
I feel like I should go last.
Alright,
Because
okay.
I
See,
feel like
I-
I'm
okay.
rebuttaling all of you.
Alright, so I am going.
Alone.
Whoever talks loudest,
Out
go.
here.
I am talking! Okay.
Adam.
Alright, so here's what I have to say is that while I do side with cake, I disagree with you.
You said pie, though.
What did I just
You
say
said-
cake out loud?
Yep.
Yeah.
Alright, I meant to say pie.
What's going on in your brain, man? Are you a caker?
I just meant.
You're a dirty
Thinks
caker.
double agent.
You dirty cakeist.
Dirty.
Alright,
Keiko.
see, when I.
Keiko. That was good.
No.
We now have a slur. When I think of the cake versus pie argument, I don't think of non-dessert pies. Like, for me, the argument is what is a better dessert. And so, like, I don't think
All right.
pot
I can see
pies.
that.
Like, I don't factor in
There's
meat
like-
pies or
there's
pot
meat
pies
pies, yeah.
or quiches, because they would technically.
That's
Because
pie.
quiches are
Yeah.
delicious,
Yeah.
but I don't consider them a pie for
That-
cake versus
all
pie.
right. See, I'm on the fence, but the thing is, because like quiches and pot pies are technically pie, I have to sway that side, and also cheesecake. Cheesecake's the deciding factor for me.
Cheesecake is amazing.
I need to make
Cheesecake.
I need to make an entire video about how to properly
I like
eat cheesecake, because
I think-
everyone's doing it wrong.
I think
Really?
everyone here is in agreement that
Yeah.
cheesecake is. You haven't said anything about cheesecake, Joe.
But I love pie. And it's a pie.
The cheesecake. I'll make a video about it. Everyone eats it way too fast, because I'm a fast eater. You guys have all been to Taco Bell with me.
Don't
I will order more than anyone else involved and finish before anyone else.
Just
But
honk it down.
no, cheesecake. You don't even have to chew cheesecake. I'm more passionate about cheesecake than most of my political views. I swear. Okay, continue. Sorry for interrupting.
Okay, the other thing that I have to say is that the reason I side with pie is because it is consistently good. I mean, unless it's an actively bad pie, it's going to be good. But cake, when it's a good cake, it's a good cake. But if it's just an okay cake, it's not going to be a very good cake. Like just a birthday cake, you're going to eat it because you're there, but you don't, like, I don't really... Like, for some reason, I'm like, yes, cake, even though, like, part of me knows it's just cake, it's not that good. But then there's the cakes that are good cakes, and they're really good
I've
cakes.
had good cake, and
See,
good
like,
cake is awesome.
It's not that, like, good cake doesn't exist, because it does, but just mediocre and bad cake is just like 85%
Yeah,
of what cake
no, I
is.
see your point. I see your point because good cake is amazing.
Yeah.
But if like it's hypothetically they don't actually serve this on airplanes, but if you were on a flight and they were like cake or pie, you'd pick pie just because
This is true.
it's not going to be good. No
I
matter
would
what.
argue that mediocre pie beats bad cake any day.
Yeah.
That mediocre pie beats mediocre cake any day. But that good cake beats the best pie any day.
Whoa, good beats best?
All right. Well,
Madness.
here's okay. All right. I'm going to be weird. I prefer savory flavors over sweet flavors. That's just my palate. That's just my genetics. I don't know.
Chalk
I
up for a win
prefer-
in the pie column.
Because really good cake is amazing, but it's still sweet.
That's true. But I think that there's a case to be made for savory cake.
What savory cake?
Whoa.
Savory cake is just
I haven't had them. I don't know. I'm unprepared.
You
for
don't
this.
think that red
It's-
velvet is even a little bit savory?
savory, or
I
like
mean, that's fair.
in the vein of cornbread,
Alright.
or even
Yeah.
meatloaf. I would argue is a meat cake the way a pot pie is a meat pie.
I like how we're organized because you are clearly pie. You are clearly cake.
Yes.
And
Yeah.
me and Adam are somewhere in between.
But I also see
Yeah.
more cake.
Yeah, no, we're perfectly
Yeah.
organized.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Because
I
I'm
see.
a little bit more pie.
Yeah, like I'm pie, but still more cake than you. You're pie, but still a little cake. You're
Yeah.
absolute pie and absolute cake.
So which one of you
But there were also
will
the
sway
woman.
one of us?
I have to point
To
it
the
out,
tipping
the
point.
gender dynamic here, that the woman says cake. I don't know what it says. I'm not saying that it says anything. I just feel the need to point it out.
Pies are manly.
I don't even think that that's true.
Pies
I
are a
don't
man's
think
pursuit.
Is there something more feminine about cake?
Oh, hey, bro.
than
Oh,
there
you're
is
making
about
a
Because,
cake.
like, well, there's like the
I can see
woman
it.
placing the pie to cool on the windowsill, and that's like iconic. And that
Yeah.
it's always a woman placing the pie there.
It's always a male hobo who eats the pie, though.
That's also true. But like female
Guilty.
hobos, regardless of pie, you don't really see depicted.
That's
regardless
true.
of pie, you don't really see depictions of female hobos.
That is
Also, like, calm down. The pie's not so hot that you need to put it by a window. Who came up with that?
I don't know. I think it depends on your patience. Having just made a pie, I'll tell you. Oh, it's tough to wait.
We did.
It's
Okay,
tough
all right.
to wait.
This
Maybe
actually,
you just
we need
don't
some
have enough
backstory.
counter space?
We need some backstory to this podcast. Joe just made a pie, an
I
apple
made a
pie.
pie.
It was good.
delicious.
a delicious pie.
It was good.
Apple pie.
I'll
But
be the
he-
first to admit that. That
Yeah.
pie was good.
He made it. He took it out of the oven, and then we
Not to
hung
say
out
that
for a
it
little while
wouldn't be better
longer,
as a cake.
and then we ate it. We did wait
Yeah.
before eating it.
Yeah, you have to. You have to let the pie set.
Yeah. So that's
Unless you're a heathen.
yeah. But
We are occasionally heathens. So I'm not
Yeah,
going
I-
to discount
yeah.
that.
Yeah,
But in
of
this
course.
case, we did
Obviously.
wait for the pie.
yeah, we didn't just.
Look, my argument is this. There's a reason it's called a pie hole.
Oh.
It is just as.
Cake.
No.
No, cake hole is also a thing.
Yeah.
No!
Cake hole is a totally
Also-
a thing.
Yeah.
That is a
You know-
colloquialism.
Traditionally, you don't celebrate things with pie. You celebrate with cake.
That's right, because pie is for every day.
Oh,
Oh,
back to you.
that's exactly my point. You celebrate with cake. You have pie with your everyday meals.
Like,
And
Because
then when you want something special, you have cake.
people eat beans and rice every day. Are you
That's
saying
right.
it's like beans and rice are comparable?
pie
to
is there for you. Pie cares for you. Pie will lift you up when you're feeling down. That's pie. Cake? Yeah. It's very flash in the pan. It's good at one thing. That's cake. And yeah, it's really good at that thing when it's good. But otherwise, no, baby. You want pie.
I would just say I am happy to live in a world where we can have cake and pie whenever we choose.
It's true. It's the thing about inclusive versus exclusive order.
Oh my.
Okay,
Yeah.
but all right, let's go to the extreme. You can only have cake or pie for the rest of your life.
Pie, the variety alone sells it.
I gotta. As long as cheesecake is a pie, that's my tipping.
no one's disagreeing. We've got a crust and a filling. That's a pie.
It's a pie.
Yeah, that's a pie. I'm not
Okay,
arguing
then
about
pie
that.
all day long.
What about cakes with a
I'm savory.
cheesecake filling, like in the middle?
I-
If you could have the cheesecake part of it and also have cake.
It seems like she's trying to put pie into cake to make it better.
I think so.
Yeah. You're like, hey, have this cake. It's got some pie in it.
That's the thing about pie. You can, the thing is, a cake is a sort of a fluffy, like sponge-like,
It's delicious. I love
a
cake.
matrix
Like
of.
pound. My favorite cake, pound cake.
I do love pound
Pound
cake.
cake is the best.
It's a matrix of sort of porous, fluffy material.
I would like banana bread.
between
Banana
which-
bread. I would
Yeah,
count
exactly.
as a cake.
Banana
Yeah,
bread,
absolutely.
muffins
It's
of all
delicious.
kinds.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
those are cakes.
Cupcakes. Those are things that I love.
What I'm saying is that you have this material which you can put more viscous materials in between, such as jam or pudding
Or ice cream.
Or ice cream, exactly. With a pie, what you have
But
is
you can put ice cream on top of pie.
it's true. What you have with a pie is a crust, which is admittedly delicious, and a filling. But I would argue that the cake, sort of the sponginess, the richness of it, beats sort of the flakiness of the crust. I prefer it to
Okay.
pie crust.
Madness. Madness. Unacceptable.
Okay,
Alright.
this,
So then
this
if-
isn't
What
Sorry,
is,
if you
Adam,
were to-
Adam, what do you got
this
to say?
isn't entirely related. Why aren't there like cup pies? Like there's mini quiches, but that's the only.
No, there you can get
I've
tiny.
had
like a- like a
mini
tart.
apple pies.
commonly
tart.
commonly found
turnover.
in gas stations.
I
Mini
guess.
pies. Also, I would argue that any sort of a turnover style pastry is in fact a pie. Crust and filling, that makes a pie.
Yeah.
Yes, I guess it's just that they're not called cup pies.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
It's like
Although-
you don't make because I mean you make cupcakes in cupcake tins, but there's not a direct equivalent to that for pies.
Well,
when you make a
because
smaller
you
version,
could.
you could do it, and like
Challenge accepted.
Here's my point.
It's gonna happen.
Here's my point with the starch and the filling aspect of it is that if someone gave you just like dry pie crust that they had cooked, you'd be like, what the hell is this? Where's the rest
Okay.
of the pie?
All right.
But if
just-
someone gave you cake without any like frosting or
Oh, that's the
filling,
thing,
you'd be
Mel.
like, well, that's still cake.
That's the thing. What is cake without frosting? And I'm not saying I'm more savory and I prefer the cake to the frosting, but I'm sorry to make sweeping generalizations, but most people would say cake is nothing without the frosting.
well, see,
As
no,
I recall, you just said pound cake your favorite.
No frosting.
Yeah, no frosting.
It's true.
But
Yeah.
I said I prefer the like savory over to the really sweet. I am the exception. I would think.
I would like to make the argument that we discussed earlier that like mediocre and bad cake is abundant and good cake is rare but good. Good cake stands on its own without frosting and
I
then
agree.
frosting is additive. It is the bad cakes that require
That
frosting.
stand on their frosting.
Okay.
And so like
Yeah.
birthday cakes that you get at little kids' birthday parties, those you get just for the frosting because you're a terrible human being.
It's true. Cake is also more shareable, I would argue. You could make a large sheet cake and share it with like
That's
30
true.
people.
That's true.
You gotta make like 2 or 3 pies to do that. Rebuttal.
Fair.
That has
Yeah,
nothing
fair.
to do with personal preference. That has to do with social dynamics.
That's
But
I think
that's
you
an important thing.
valid, I think.
Yeah.
You can base your personal preference on the social dynamics.
Now-
like, I prefer eating
but-
pie because it's more enjoyable to eat with people, or I
Now-
prefer cake because it's more enjoyable to eat.
Now look though.
Yeah.
Your pie, your cake, your sheet cake feeds 30 people. Let's be honest, those 30 people aren't your closest friends. With a pie, You have 8 of your closest friends. That's you and them getting together, have some pie. Quality
Like we
time.
did tonight.
Yeah.
That's exactly right.
Just tonight, we had some time.
I think that's a fine.
I like
No,
cake.
to-
I like
to
cake.
wrap
I don't
up
want to
this
come off as
discussion on.
anti-cake. I like me some cake.
I don't think this discussion, the purpose of this discussion was to definitively find an answer. Is it cake or is it pie that is better? I think we had a delightful round table.
Yeah,
I think now the viewers can decide.
Yeah.
I think. Oh yeah.
You.
Let us know, cake or pie.
In the comments.
Cake.
Comment
Pie.
it up.
Keep it
I will
tight.
tally it up probably.
Maybe a
All
response video
7 of
based
you.
on your votes.
Or maybe he will tally it up and do nothing with the results.
Actually, no. Okay. I worked drive-through. This is probably at least a year ago, maybe more.
I remember the story.
Yeah.
Don't get ahead of us.
All right. There were quite a few people going through drive-through, and I asked every single one of them, cake or pie. Dead even.
Whoa.
Really?
Yeah.
No way.
Yeah.
Pie's so much better.
And there were like 50 votes. Out of-
Wow.
I mean, I know that's not a very large sample group as far as like the world by any means, but out of the people I asked, it was dead. It was pretty much dead even. I
Coffee
think like
house patrons.
one or the other came out one ahead, but that's like not important. I don't
Yeah.
even remember which one came out ahead
It was pie.
because it was that's my jam.
I think we've done good here.
Yeah,
I think the next discussion is Halloween costumes.
we can do that right now.
We could. Yeah?
All right.
We can
3,
recommend some for you.
2, 1.